So Atlanta will get the first possession. Russell inside. And here's Giannis. Out left to the wing. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got the opening field goal of the game for Atlanta.
How about O'Neal simply passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
And George with the stuff.
From the big diesel.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Into the lineup for Atlanta.
Atlanta making a switch here.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And here's Atlanta. It's a three-point game. Over to the wing. We've played just over a minute here in the first. It's tipped. They retain possession. They get it again. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh,
yes. Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why, Kevin, has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%, and he seems to be getting better with age.
Shot clock at 6. Scooped up. Outside ball. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Wade.
2 minutes.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The assist.
People don't talk enough about the handles of D-Wade. He makes it look easy.
Here's ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal
It's
foul.
on DeMarcus Cousins.
First team foul.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. McDaniel, no good. Giannis outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Giannis has got 5.
And this is an area where Giannis wants to improve. I think the key for him to continue to grow is to shoot those with confidence.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
And it goes out of bounds.
Into the lineup for Atlanta.
Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Joel Embiid.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Trailing by 5.
First personal foul.
And here in the first approaching 3 minutes played. Wade, right side. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. Good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
He hits the second from the line.
3 shots.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
Paul George with the steal. Paul with a wide open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Assisted by Shaquille O'Neal.
5 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
.51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Irving. Pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
And Shaq with the slam.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
And here is Williamson. And it's sent back by George.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Atlanta, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often. The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build.
On the floor for the visiting team, at center, Bill Russell. It's time to introduce the starting five for your home team. The man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 15.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George out there with ball. And it's Russell in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
The ball goes to
an outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Outside Harden. Pass to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over ball. Paul with another miss. Ball right side. It's stolen, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Here's O'Neal, and he goes in for the dunk.
Unbelievable. You talk about players who have transformed this league. Giannis is at the top of that list. Just a tremendous pass right there.
Now here's Harden. The 3 ball. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
George outside. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Ball. Kicks it to George. There's the 3. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. George has got 6.
And this is what makes George a star. His confidence rising and firing off the catch.
Outside Harden. From downtown. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. You can see why after that sequence.
And reminding everyone of his athleticism, George can still get up and drop the hammer.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ball against Paul. Here's Ariza, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. They're running. Oh, there's the alley. And then Russell with the dunk. Woo!
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Outside Paul. Sinks the tray. Paul's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Strong form. Paul, he's a dead-eye shooter from behind.
Ball against Paul. Here's O'Neal. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
George against Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Oh, the bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to George. For 3. And the 3-pointer goes. He's got 11.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Ball with a steal. 1:05 left in the first quarter. There's the triple. Pass to George. Ball outside. Fires the three. Sinks it from distance. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
They're also jumping on a lot of turnovers and making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Ball against Paul. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 5 points.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ball's gone 2 for 3 from the field. Paul with it. Guarded now by Ball. And the slam dunk by Capella.
And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the
George with it. He's got 11. One second left. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up 7. And quarter number 2 will get underway. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. They've got LaMelo Ball. He's out there with Paul George. And it's Russell in at the 5, down low.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
George has gotten all but 1 to fall. He's 5 of 6 now. Harden with it. Guarded now by George. Antetokounmpo with the block. And he's able to get it back. He buries it from 3. Green's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
George misses in close. Here's Ariza. George defending. Outside for Green. Pass to Gordon. Launches a 3. Got a piece of it. Russell from outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's George. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Ball against Harden. Offensive rebound. Back to George. With 1 on the clock. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Timeout called. Houston. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Gordon down low. George defending. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Ball with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And you think about the draft profile of LaMelo Ball. Grant, the court vision has been as good as advertised.
I mean, he's just a gifted passer who sees over defenders. He enjoys making those flashy plays. He's been everything you want from a playmaker.
That one misses. No good on the second free throw.
That's not like him at all. I mean, he's been so steady up until those.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in.
And sometimes it seems like Giannis can dunk without any effort at all. He just glides to the rim like it was nothing.
And it's Houston's ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Gordon. Paul George pulls down the board. And that one is stuffed right through.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Shot is good by Gordon.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Harden against ball. From deep. And Tucker pulls it down. Pass to Harden. Back to O'Neal. And Green comes to help. Antetokounmpo for 3. That shot missing. Outside Tucker. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of this game. Ooh, nice D from George. And there's the lob. And then Russell with the dunk.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Pass to Ariza. Blocked! And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Capella, he's checked in for Ariza.
Coming on the floor for the away team,
there's 1:26 left in the second. Green with the ball. Durant covering. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gordon. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Here's Bryant driving to the basket. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Harden. Give him 8 points now. Outside, Green. Back to Harden. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
And Harden is never scared of physical defenders. I mean, he embraces the opportunity to get these calls when he's shooting.
James Harden taking 2 shots.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. LaMelo Ball is out there with Paul George. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Russell. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. And it's Paul in at the point.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch. And he now often looks for his teammates first.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Stolen by George. On the wing, Giannis. Ariza with the rebound. Rockets on offense. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Still home team ball.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Ariza.
How about the reach from Giannis that time? He does not make any shot easy.
That shot missing. And Bill Russell slams it in.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now Paul. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. To the inside, Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Here's George, and George took the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
And so here is Houston. Here's Paul. Poke loose. Stolen by Ball. And he's going up for the alley-oop. O'Neal kicks the ball. Takes it inside. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
And Harden launches it from deep. It's hauled in by George.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now, here is Harden. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
For three. Russell kicks to George. Ball, the pass to George. Here's the three. Drills it from outside. George has got 7 points.
Like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Green is checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Gary Payton has checked in for Russell. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal. Kobe's checked in for George. And Thomas subbed in for Ball. Now here's Green. To halt the run. Another miss by Houston. Atlanta leading by 8. Thomas dishes to Antetokounmpo. The three from Bryant. He can't get that one. And it's Houston the other way. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. Paul with the ball. Now Payton defending. And Green gets it to go.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish. Continues to do so. What a dime.
Here's Payton. Rebounded by Tucker. Ball outside. Misses the three. And so Bryant will bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 5-point game. Thomas, no luck. Now, here's Tucker. No points in the game yet for him. Paul passes to Tucker. Capella trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Tucker.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Thomas dishes to Payton. To the paint. Stolen by Tucker. Paul outside. Over Bryant. And it's sent back by Bryant. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Atlanta leads by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Well, the other thing that's impressive is the point of attack for the defense playing on the ball. They've been aggressive all night long and have a few steals to show for it.
In a moment now to present the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Payton is out there with Durant. Then there's Thomas, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryant in at the two-guard position.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Gordon against Kobe. And here's Gordon. He's been paid.